The stock market can be intimidating. Most people can figure out that a stock is something that you invest in, but you probably know people who talk about Tesla, GameStop, or other commonly discussed stocks without even knowing what stocks are. Hi, I'm Mason Leet, financial planner with Martin Christopher, and today we are going to clarify what a stock actually is. Before we get started, please make sure to like the video so that the algorithm shows it to other people. By doing that, we can educate more people to become elite investors like you and I, and save the world from incompetent investing.
I'm Luke Skywalker, I'm here to rescue you.
Now, back to why you clicked on the video. A stock is a share, or a portion of a company. When you buy a stock in a company like Apple, for example, you are essentially buying a very, very small portion of the entire company. Stocks are traded virtually for convenience and allow us, everyday people, to get a portion of massive companies to get a fair share of their profits. Now, what is the value of a company you might buy? Well, let's say there's 1 million shares in existence of that company, and the company is valued at $10 million total. That would mean that each share would be worth $10 per share as the stock price. Of course, in real life, things don't play out that easily. Let's say that this same company was growing year by year and expected to profit more next year and onward. How much would you be willing to pay for a share of the company? Likely in this scenario, you'd be willing to pay more, and the people who have the stock would want to be paid more to sell it. This is an example that can lead to the stock price of the company going up. Even this simplified example shows you that stocks aren't quite that simple. Basically, the stock price at any given time is the general population's opinion on what that company is worth, split up into shares. And that value fluctuates over time. From examples like Elon Musk smoking weed on the Joe Rogan podcast, or the company profits being much more than expected by everyone, or let's say there's a worldwide pandemic that shocks the supply chain. And those are just some examples that I can think of off the top of my head. There are so many things that can happen in the world or to a specific company that can affect stock prices. So knowing what a stock is, that doesn't quite help you, because how do you handle all these unexpected changes, especially when they're pretty unpredictable realistically? That's why for myself and my clients, I use a couple strategies to handle these risks. First off, we'll use funds that hold multiple stocks. That way you can mitigate the risk better of having one event affect one company in a negative way and that ruining your investment. Next, we focus our investing on the long-term outlook. Here's the little kicker about that. That is the exact opposite of what most financial advice out there, especially online, does. This tends to happen because it's more likely to get clicks. It's more entertaining and therefore people flock to it. But when it comes to reality, real life, and real results, it's usually the boring things that get you on top. You'll notice that even from my examples, most things tend to affect the value of a company for a short period of time. Over time, things tend to normalize to the fair value of the company. So if you are trying to invest in stocks, you should be prepared for multiple price changes that you can't predict, and be prepared to have that money invested for multiple years. These are just some strategies, but hopefully it gives you a good general idea. It is easy to get wrapped up in the news and hype of a stock or an event, but at the end of the day, it's the fair value of the company and it's the profitability and general outcome that determines the price of the stock. And it's the long term that creates profits, not short-term excitement based on events. Did you learn something new? If so, share the video with a friend you have in mind who you think might find this information valuable. Thanks for watching. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you next video.